I named this video names you've never heard before. Obviously you've heard of some of these, but I hope that there was a couple in there that you were like, maybe. Hey guys, my name is Shayla. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I talk about pregnancy, I talk about motherhood. We do things naturally, like Montessori stuff and I don't know, co-sleeping and stuff like that. If you're interested in that, please subscribe. On Instagram the other day or week or something, I asked for some of your girl and boy name recommendations because I'm pregnant right now with our second baby. Our first is like 21 months. I don't know, she's almost 2. Our second right here is, or I guess I am like 30 weeks along. We know the sex of the baby, but we're not sharing. It's kind of a fun thing. I'm like an open book and Seth is like, it'd be nice to have some things that were like just for us. And I was like, okay. So I do a girl name and a boy name video. Today is the girl name video. I narrowed it down to 79. And I tried to pick names that were like unique, that some of them I hadn't heard of, or like very traditional names. I tried to not do the ones that were repeated in there, just to get some different names. My name is Shayla, obviously, and I've always been so fascinated by names. Like if I met somebody who had a unique name, I'd be like, what are your sibling names? Oh, I also want to say that I started a podcast this year. So if you are a mom and you're like, yeah, YouTube videos are great, but it's nice to like plug something in and listen. I can't believe the people that say yes to being on my podcast. So I'm super geeked. I started it because I needed to like talk to other humans instead of just doing YouTube all the time. And it's the greatest thing in the whole wide world. So if you're interested in that, it's also Hey Shayla. Everything's Hey Shayla. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, my blog, all the things. 79 names are a lot, so we're gonna wham bam through these. They're also in alphabetical order. Some of the names. Do your husband's game. Can you hear that? The first name is Adleigh. I met a girl on one of my flights whose name is Adleigh, and I loved it. There's a couple different ways to spell it. Doesn't really matter how you spell it. Honestly, one thing that I would do is say it into Siri and see how Siri spells it. I do a lot of talk to text, and my child's name, Siri does not know how to spell, and I think you can teach Siri, but I don't have time to figure it out. So that's one way that you can think about how to spell it. Also, with my daughter's name, you could spell it 25 different ways, and I was trying to figure out which way to do it. What I didn't realize is that meant that you can spell it 25 different ways and that nobody is gonna know how to spell it correctly. Name number 2 is Affey. Affey was, there's a Irish name, Aoife, not pronounced Affey. We thought it was pronounced Affey and I thought it was the cutest. Number 3, Aletha. I don't know. I think it's so cute, Aletha. Something that I learned with my daughter is that I need a name that has a nickname. So Aletha would be like Allie maybe, but that's like Aaliyah. Allie would be a nickname, and I don't love that nickname. Aletha I love, but I wouldn't name it because I don't know a good nickname. Before we get too deep into this video is sponsored by Felix Gray. Felix Gray are computer glasses. They're blue light blocking glasses. This is their new case. This is their OG case because I've worked with them for a very long time, years, because I love them. So they've got prescription, they have non-prescription nighttime ones, which I always show like this. You can see that they're more yellow than these. If you work from home by yourself, I wear them all the time. If you don't care, if you have yellow glasses in the office, you can wear them in the office. But I also wear these just like out and about because I think they're so cute. I'll put the names of the ones that I have. I used to wonder if computer light glasses were like legit. Computer light glasses? I used to wonder if blue light glasses were legit. I like have to wear them. Anytime I grab my computer, I grab my glasses. Always. I used to travel with them. I wear them at night if I'm on my phone. I wear them at night if Seth and I are watching a movie. I give them to Seth when he games. It helps you fall asleep too. If you work on the computer and you get headaches or if your eyes get dry, you need these. Highly recommend. There'll be a link in the description and then there's also a link on the screen. Let me know if you get them because I love them. Let's get to the names. Number 4 is Andie. Love that. I have a cousin named Andie Joe. That's super cute. 5, Aria. Aria is so simple and so cute. Aria. Arlynn. I don't know why, and I feel like to make girls names that are not super girly, you would just add the Y, so Arlynn. I like the name Arlie. I like the name Arlo. Auguste with an E. Somebody submitted that. I love the name Auguste, but with an E, it doesn't make it quite the month of the year, and it makes it a little more feminine. Avea. I knew an Avea, and I think Avea, isn't that like a hair brand? And Beatrix. That's like an old name, and it's on this show that I watch called Call the Midwife. It's Trixie. But something that you need to think about, here's one of my tips that I've learned, is that each name should be a different syllable. So if you do 3 names, it should be whatever your last name is, that's a constant. So let's say your last name is 3 syllables, then your first and second name should be different. So like 2 syllables, 1 syllable, 3 syllables, or 1 syllable, 2 syllable, 3 syllables. But you don't want like 333 or 313. It makes it flow better. Our first daughter, we didn't know that rule, so we didn't get it right. So hers is 313. It's fine. You can look that up. You can look up 2-syllable girl names. Number 11, Beck. I watch a show, You. It's called You. Beck is what they call this girl. I think it's her last name, but I think it's so freaking cute. It's kind of masculine. So like Beckham would be a really cute full name if you didn't just want to do Beck. Birdie, I love that. I think that's so cute. I've also seen someone name their kid Fox or Foxy. Kind of weird, kind of out there. I love it. Number 13, Blythe. I don't know. It's kind of weird to say it's kind of Blythe, but I think it's adorable. Bristol. This was one that somebody submitted and I was like, this is kind of weird, but I kind of dig it. Like Bristol Babe, what would you call her? See, I always need to know the nickname. Bristy? Bree? I don't know. Camille, nickname Cam. Done. That's why I want Camille. There's Camden. You can call her Millie. Millie's pretty popular. That was like one of our top 3 for our daughter. Carter. Carter is like such a cute boy name that does so well with a girl, I think. She would just be so cool, I think. Maybe an athlete, like a dude chick, or super feminine. I don't know. Celeste. I don't know a nickname, but Celeste, I think, reminds me of the stars. Chase. Chase is also a pretty masculine name, but I think that it works for a girl. I just think that the tomboy names are adorable on girls, and then you can give them a cute middle name. Stone is a middle name that I love. That's not a cute girly middle name. Follow someone on Instagram, her daughter's name is Billy Stone. Clea or Cleo, or you could just name her Cleopatra and then either call her Clea or Cleo, and you can decide whatever you want. I think it's really fun to name them a nickname, like straight up. People have mixed feelings about that because if they want to be in like the professional world and their name is Robbie instead of Robert, then they could only go by Robbie instead of going by Robert if they wanted to be more professional. Cora, I don't like this name. I left this on there to say that I don't like it. Cora is in a show that I watch. Yes, it's Spirit, the cartoon. Crosby. I think Crosby is more of a boy name, but could totally work for a girl. And kind of unique, kind of weird, but that's why I left it in here. Cruz. Cruz is adorable. I imagine this like skater girl and I tried to find like a feminine way to spell it because C-R-U-Z is like the typical name. You could add an E or C-R-U-I-S-E. When it's your second baby, you have to like match it and make sure that it matches with your baby. So our baby's name is Aaliyah. On our boy list name was Elijah, but Aaliyah and Elijah are way too similar. Can't happen. Number 23, we are Dottie. I didn't really know how I felt about Dottie. I thought it was unique enough to leave on here to let you decide. Drue, but it's spelled D-R-U or D-R-U-E. Seth's brother's name is Drue, and it's not Andrew, it's just Drue. And that works as a nickname, I think, even in a professional setting. Dylnn, spelled D-Y-L-N-N. Just taking those boy names and making them a little bit more girly. Easton and Weston, definitely love them for girls. Eden was submitted a lot, but I thought it was cute, and I guess I'm maybe not looking at baby names as much as I used to, so it must be popular if multiple people are submitting. So Edith was another one that was submitted. Love them both. Again, I don't know a nickname. Eloise. Jess Hover, who I've had on my podcast and is a great mom YouTuber, named her baby Eloise, and then Wilson, and then Juliet. Great names. Elizabeth. Obviously, you've heard of Elizabeth. I love the traditional names because I feel like everyone's going so unique that nobody's doing the traditional names anymore, which makes them in turn unique, right? Eli is a cute nickname for Elizabeth. Beth, don't love Beth. Liz, there's so many options. It's a good 3-syllable name. Elliot, but with an E. This was submitted and I was like, oh my Dios. The E makes it feminine. And I love the name Elliot. Aaliyah and Elliot doesn't really go that great together, but for a girl, I think it's so cute. Seth was like, didn't you date an Elliot? And I was like, yeah, Seth, but like, who cares? But the Elliot that I dated has such a huge personality that he'd be like, you named your kid after me. And I'd be like, no, Elliot, I didn't. And I'm still friends with like a sister, so I can't do it, but you can. Eloise. Ellie, pretty unique, I think. I know some people that are like, we printed off the top 100 names and went through them all to pick one. And I was like, really? I like desperately try to make sure that it's not on the top 100 names. I had a friend whose Her sister's name was Marlo, her brother's name was Bronson, her name was Lauren. And I was like, what? Why is Lauren's name so common and the rest are so unique? And her mom was like, I thought I was unique when I named her Lauren. Oh, so then I was panicked that when I would name my kid, I would think it was unique. And then all of a sudden, my neighbor has a kid named Aaliyah. Ember, and then a nickname Emmy. My sister's name is Amber. That's another thing. A lot of the A names you can switch to an E. So I thought about spelling Aaliyah's name with an E, but I have a friend who named her Amelia with an E, Ava with an E. There's a bunch you can like switch out. Esme. Sounds French. Is it French? I don't know. Esther. And the reason why I like Esther is because I love the name Esty. I watched a show one time and the girl's name was Esty, or they nicknamed her Esty. Her name was Esther. Loved it. Seth's not on board. So a lot of people don't tell their friends and family the names that they love because they're like, they just are like, oh, my cousin's name is that, or somebody that I didn't like in high school's name is that, and it just gets really muddled. Sometimes you can't even tell your partner. This is my list that I've had since I was 5 years old, and this is the name that I've always wanted to name my daughter. And then you tell your husband, and in like 2 seconds, he squashes all of your hopes and dreams that you've ever had. So now I tell Seth, don't say anything, because I like this name. Let it marinate in your head for a little bit. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and I'll like say the name, and then I just like sit there and wait, like kind of look at his reaction. Okay, the Evie names. Evelyn, Everly, Evelina, or just straight Evie. Just going with the nickname Evie. I love this name. And Evelyn has been a name that I've wanted forever, but it's in the top 100, so I can't do it. Ezra. I don't know that I love that name, but I've heard of boys and girls named Ezra. Fern. I knew a Fern. Maybe his name's Fernando. I don't even know. But everybody called him Fernie. It worked, and so I think that's why Fern doesn't feel so weird to me. If you're looking for kind of a naturey, natural name, Fern, for a girl, it's cute. Freya. Don't love Freya. I think Freya actually is kind of popular. Seth loves Freya. I just can't get behind it. Other thing that I do when I'm looking up names is like popular names in New Zealand, popular names in Ireland, popular names in 1930. I try and find names from other countries, from other eras. Genevieve. I think your nickname would be Jenny. Not a huge fan. Hollis. So cute. Obviously you've got Rachel Hollis, but I feel like nobody's gonna know that when your kid's going through school. I knew a boy named Hollis and I thought it was awesome. There's also like a baby app that you can download where it's like Tinder for baby names. I think it's called Baby Name. You each download the app and then you swipe left and right for names, and then when you get a match, it puts it in a list for you. Huxley. Call her Hux? What? That's so unique but cool and awesome. Isla, spelled like island without the ND. Isla, I heard first like 5 years ago and I was like, no, I think it's the cutest. Jane, that's the name. That's the same as like Elizabeth, just simple, traditional Jane. The other one is Jude. I think for a girl, Jude works. That was my number one with this baby if it was a girl, and Seth was like, no, fine. He's like, they're gonna call her Judy. Juniper, call her Junie, call her Purr, don't call her Purr. Another thing that we did was we went through milestones in life, like with Aaliyah. This is in my girl video that I made before. Okay, say hi to the cute baby Aaliyah. And he'd be like, hi baby Aaliyah. And then I'd be like, okay, she graduated from high school. Congratulations, Aaliyah. You have graduated. Like, got her first job. Aaliyah, we want to offer you the, and like grandma Aaliyah, and walk her through all the stages to make sure that it's not just a cute baby name and that it like works all through life. Juno. To make it feminine, you could call her Juna, and I love that. Juna with your last name. Ours I like. Seth said no. I was a full-time traveler before I became a mother, so I love city names or like the travel names, or like Atlas. So cute, pretty popular. Addie, love. With 2 T's, Addie. Same with Harriet and Hattie. Kate, again, traditional, simple. Yep. Liv. Just Liv. L-I-V. Not Olivia. Just Liv. I really like that one. Maeve. I don't really have anything to say about Maeve. I just like it. Mason spelled all funky. See, this is where it's like cute. M-A-I-S-Y-O-N. Or just N. Adorable. Nobody will spell it right. Malone. I love Malone. Seth is like, all I can think about is Post Malone. I don't care. I love Malone. Kind of like Sloan, which I hated at first and now I love. But I have a cousin who named their kid Sloan, a friend who named their kid Sloan. Margot. Yep. just like it. Same with Marlo, I told you before. It's just a soft, nice name. Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, obviously, but Monroe for a first name, I dig. I also like the, like Tatum or Aniston for names. Like, I like the celebrities' last names, I don't know why. Ashton, actually that's the first name. Could be a, I don't know. Okay, these are all very similar but different. So Noah for a girl. Rachel Hollis has a daughter named Noah. Nola, Nora, pretty popular. I loved the name Nora because I love Nora Jones. And then Nova, not a huge fan of Nova, but it's kind of like the hippie star thing. Olive, didn't like it the first time I heard it, love it now. It's like Olivia, it's kind of like Oliver, but just Olive. I think I like the idea of it, but I don't know that I'd actually like it as a name. Paige. Paige to me is just cute and feminine. Penelope with the nickname options of Nellie or Penny. Yeah. Polly. Along came Polly, Polly Pocket. Maybe those will deter you enough, but I think Polly is adorable. Quinn. I feel like that's a pretty popular name. Rhea. Rhea. I like that. Robbie. Somebody submitted this and maybe they meant to put it in the boy one, but I think Robbie's so cute for a girl. So I looked up in a forum, like, what's a full name for Robbie that's a girl's name? And everybody's like, do not name your daughter Robbie. That's such a boy's name. Name her Bobby maybe. Or Roberta. What is it? Roberta or Robin? They're like, and you can call her Robbie, but don't name her Robbie. I'm like, but I love the name. Rowie. Roe, like Rowan. I feel like there's a lot of Roe names right now, but just going with Rowie. Maybe too nicknamey. Love it. Sage. I really like Sage. For a first name or a middle name, it's one syllable, which is helpful if you're trying to do the syllable thing. And again, it's like green, sage, what, like more of a natural name. Sawyer, don't love it, but I thought it was unique enough to put in here. Scout, again, not a huge fan, maybe because I know a dog named Scout. Sienna and Sierra, spelled with an S or a C. I like them both. Like Vienna. Vienna's really pretty too. Sloan, I talked about before. Solis. It's a friend of mine's last name. Apparently it's more of a boy name. I think Solis is a really cute girl name. Svea. Hated it when I first heard it. It's in our family. Now I love it. S-V-E-A. 2 syllables. Svea. A lot of people think it's 3. Savea. No. Svea. Love. Tallulah. I don't know why I don't like it. Thea. Love. Love. Love Thea. And I think I would just do Thea. I wouldn't do Theodora. Because it could be Dora. Could be her nickname. And I don't like that as much as Thea. Tilly. Yes. Seth says absolutely not. There's a store Tilly around here. But I think Tilly is so cute for a girl's name. Tyler. He said he knew a girl, Tyler, in high school. So we couldn't do it. But I think Tyler is a great traditional boy's name that works so adorably for a girl. Vera. Vera to me feels like refined and kind of fancy, probably Vera Wang. I feel like I've said cute and love 1,000 times in this video, and we're on the last one. Win. Win is W-Y-N-N. I like it because it's win, like you win. Okay, if you have names you want to add to this list, please do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.